from a standpoint of the macroeconomic environment and the overall demand environment for IT services, no big change since perhaps over the last few months. I think the uncertainty in some sense continues, especially our European market. We are seeing the slowness continue. In Americas, we are seeing early signs of stability. If you look at Americas, one, in terms of just the growth rates, I think it is looking better. In Americas, two, it has 60% of its revenues comes from BFSI. And there we are seeing some early signs of stability, led by our consulting business, Capco, which has done particularly well in the last 2 quarters. So overall, the economic environment looks muted, soft. But if you look at pockets, we are seeing some green shoots. Healthcare in Americas, one especially, BFSI, early signs of stability. Europe, the softness continues, and it's going to be very difficult to look at when the economic environment bounces back. But hopefully, if it does in the second half, we are ready.
In terms of, because you mentioned Europe, and obviously that's completely outside of your control. But is there going to be a change of emphasis then in terms of where you're selectively targeting different geographies? For example, is there going to be more resources deployed to try and secure new deal flow in the United States, for example, or perhaps in Asia? Like, how are you thinking about allocating the resources, considering, some of the things that you mentioned, that, there are pockets of weakness in Europe, and that's unavoidable?
Yeah. So clearly, just from a sector standpoint, BFSI, consumer, healthcare, ENU, manufacturing, these are going to be our focus sectors. Communications has been a little softer and for the industry as a whole. But, there again, we have a good pipeline. So from a market standpoint, of course, Americas, Europe, in Europe, we've got UK. In APMEA, we're excited about India, Australia, Japan. So these continue to be where we will play. Our focus is going to be to double down in areas of strength. Consumer, BFSI, these are top sectors for us. We're very encouraged by our performance in healthcare. So those are the industry verticals that we will bet on. From a technology standpoint, data, AI, cybersecurity, consulting, and cloud, they will continue to remain focus areas for us.